Welcome to Man Cave. It's another Tuesday, another wonderful day for us to talk about the things that men love to talk about and hopefully give you perspective into the mind, the unique mind, often ignored, the mind of a man. Very powerful. Let me not get too into it. All right, well, let's first of all introduce the panel today. Sheila Kwamboka, karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Congratulations. You know why I'm saying that. You made it.
Yeah, I made it.
Pastor Kuria.
Yes, sir.
Karibu sana.
Asante, nimeshukuru.
Yes, sir. Roy Karuizi is is a little bit under the weather, so he couldn't make it today. So get well soon. But unaweza to tweet, just in case you're watching from wherever. Tweet, ama SMS your points. We shall incorporate. Now today we talk about a very interesting thing here that there are different diverse views about this. So here's a scenario for you. You have a good day at the office. Later on you go home, meet this wonderful lady. Yeah, munaenda home after. Asubuhi, the human thing to do, unampatia shilling to make her way home, or you order Uber or whatever. So are you giving her a new career? That's what we ask today. Is it wrong or is it enabling? And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Pastor, already you're already sitting.
There's fire in me.
You're already sitting.
I'm asking myself. I think you form a habit, but the problem with the habit that you have formed, the habit decides your future. Yeah. So if your habit is being given a token after the whatever you have done, what is the equals? You becomes a prostitute. As somebody who is selling herself.
Commercial sex.
Yeah, you are a commercial sex worker. And being a commercial sex worker, you have not made yourself a commercial sex worker. The man who you are dealing with has made you that.
But let me ask you this.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
And even the man will be saying, because I don't have something, a token to give this lady after whatever I have done, I'm not going to call her. So the continuation of your friendship is stopped because of lack of cash in man. I think love is exchange of the feelings. It's not about the material things. Now when I'm giving a lady material things, I'm showing her that I'm buying you, I'm doing this for this, and whenever she is in need, she'll be coming straight to me because she knows after this I'll get this.
And you know, just to put it in perspective, this also happens. I've had even married couples, even though people talking about this, having a conversation with them that after tuseme tu tuseme hiyo siku mambo kaenda vizuri, kakaenda vile kaenda, alafu asubuhi unamappreciate na kitu ama bebe na leo nunue viatu ama kitu. Sasa nasema kwani unanichukua aje? I mean, that still happens as well. Sheila, what do you think?
I think this issue is twofold. One, I like what Pastor has said, that despite the fact that you want to call yourself an independent woman, the fact that you collect cash for whatever reason leaves a lot of gray area, a lot of what do we define you as from here on out. But I feel like you also need to look at the other side, which is what's a man's responsibility in all this. So the genesis of this kind of behavior was men are the ones who are earning money. So it was almost the order of the day that a woman would ask a man for cash for whatever reason, or you had to, and you can't just be baba nani leta pesa, you'd have to cook for him, because that's what we're taught. You cook for the man and then have the conversation. Akishiba ndio sasa unaanza kuitisha pesa. But this is, and I keep repeating this every single time we're here, this is 2018. Things have changed. Women are earning money. So then the question becomes, when you take a lady from the club, or you've invited her over to your place, why are you then, after the service, giving her cash? As the lady, she's supposed to say, no, I don't want this money. Yeah, she probably needs the money. Everybody needs some extra money. So I feel like this is something that's being enabled on both sides, both the guys have a huge responsibility in it, and the ladies, I mean...
Now that you've talked about Genesis Paliliaza, from the beginning, pia men walikuwa tumefundishwa, your work is to provide.
Yeah.
So, after ukiamka asubuhi na useme, sasa mrembo atatembea tu hadi Rongai. Si nimpatie pesa ya taxi.
Lakini si alikuwa anajua niishi Rongai?
But sasa usiku, si wanasemanga one thing led to another.
Okay.
So it's just out of the goodness of your heart, not necessarily now enabling her or changing her career.
Let me tell you something, Willie. The reason we have a lot of single parents is because of the mentality that you have gone to men with. I'm going to that man because she always provide. He always provide, for that matter. He always provide. So when the guy will stop providing, the interest that you had in him is kaput. I think that is wrong mentality. So what I'm trying to say here is, let me not give my babe money because I have done this. Let that not be the reason. The reason I'm giving her money is because I'm the provider, but I'm not buying her.
But sasa yeye haoni hivyo. Wewe unachukua uko na mentality sawa.
You see, what the work of man is to change the way of thinking of a woman.
Yes, but your mentality...
The work of man, according to Genesis, is to cultivate. What is cultivating? Cultivating is changing the environment, changing the land, changing her. If she came with that mentality, let me show her, I am not the kind of a person that you are.
But in this situation, probably it was a one-night stand.
Yeah.
So sasa asubuhi, sasa utachange aje na one night.
Excuse me, did I meet the lady on the streets and say, hi, how are you? I'm fine, I'm Paul, can we go to bed? No, I didn't do that.
That's probably what happened.
I didn't do that. We sat down, have a cup of coffee. Are you hungry? They are always hungry. That one is true. Hata kama amekula ya wanaume 10. Yako lazima akule. Anasema please meat pie. Na ni kitu hata hawezi kuafford peke yake. So whatever I'm doing to her, I'm doing not.
So you're changing her personality.
Yeah, I'm changing her personality. So the work of man is to change the way of thinking of a woman. And this is what I'm fighting for. But buying her, giving her cash after whatever we have done, to me is not auguring well.
But I gotta say, you know, and what you're saying is actually, you know, you're looking at it from okay, things like meat pie and buying food and stuff like that. But you're forgetting, we're talking about, you know, I remember from as far back as when I was in college, you'd hear about, you know, ajatuma pesa ya salon, and you're like, now you're even like, wait, na mimi nywele yangu inatengenezwa na nani, mbona sijauliza pesa ya salon, you know. So you start asking like, okay, how come my mom never taught me that I'm supposed to be asking, or at what point do I start asking for money for salon, money for shopping, money for, I don't know, buying a bag, you know. Because now it's moved from, I hope you chomoaz it, or it's a courtesy, you know, gift or something, to ati mumekuwa 3 weeks na aja kulipia pesa ya salon or aja kulipia nini.
This is where the problem is coming now.
Yeah, but guys are the ones who are chomoing this money.
Must I use her to give her salon money? This is my question. I think no, that's a bad way of thinking. Is that the mentality is wrong. I should always know as a man, you need money for salon. That is how to be responsible. I want to be a responsible man. I know amerarukiwa na nguo. Nguo zimeisha.
Any style.
Naona amerarukiwa na nguo. Kwa hivyo, I don't need her. I don't need to use her to give her money. No, I can see amerarukiwa na nguo, kiatu imeinama. Yeah? Nini manywele zimeanza kuwa na growth. As a responsible man,
so this is irrespective of whether you're getting anything.
Yes.
But you know,
that's what I mean. But she should not come so that I can use her for me to provide for salon money.
But this is what I'm thinking. I feel like, Pasi, we're talking about two different issues here. You're talking about you decided to settle down with this woman, and you know, like, I'm going to provide for you because you want to be a provider. You want to be her boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a situation of how do you distinguish between the token that is go and make your, okay, thank you for coming, taxi money, And
Thank you for coming.
yeah, thank you for coming, Taxi Money, and thank you for coming. Here is your check.
Yeah, where do you draw the line?
Where do you draw the line? Because this one, she's come knowing that she's a lady of the night. When I finish, mzee niaje. And then there's another one as well who seated there saying, okay, sasa ninafaa kutoka hapa aje, excuse me, and you give her 5,000 bob for taxi.
5,000, what taxi is
Yeah,
that?
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
and
this
so
thing
the
is very
question becomes,
expensive. This thing
and
is
the
very
question
expensive.
becomes, 5,000 bob for taxi. Iyo ni taxi ama you paid for a service?
Really, we are talking about two different issues here. I have my wife at home, and I have mpango.
You do? Or
Is this a statement
is this an
or
example? Or
an example?
Let me be honest. Let me be honest. Many men, minus me,
minus
Good one.
you.
Yeah.
All right.
Good one.
they have mpango. So the way you are treating mpango is not the way you are supposed to treat your wife. So that's where the line is. And that's my argument. Let not my wife mistreat me, or let me not me mistreat her the way I do to the mpango.
Oh.
The mpango is hit and run. We don't have any ties. Sio kushinda akiniambia wewe usijalipa nyumba. Jana sikukulipia, lazima nisikukulipia. Tena hii ni kitu ya kila siku. And you are not the only, by the way.
Yeah, so
But let me ask you this, just to help what Sheila is trying to say as well. So this is the question I'm going to ask you, Pasi. So, umemit huyu Mutu, tuite Shakwira, Udem, anaitwa Shakwira. Umemit leo, umeenda na yeye Club X or whatever, or even if it's not a club, umemit tu, had a moment, went home, bam, bada bing, bada boom, imefika asubuhi. Hiyo pesa yenye unampatia ya kuenda home, tuseme kama ni taxi, unampatia kwa sababu
ya nini?
Let me ask you also. I'm going to answer this question with a question.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
When whoever you have called the name,
Shakwira,
Shakwira, has come to town for me to meet her,
she didn't even plan.
We didn't have a plan. So she had planned herself.
Thank you.
She knew she's coming and she'll go back.
Yeah.
So let Shakwira do whatever she had planned. Kwa sababu, even the farthest we have gone is only a kilometer from where we were taking our drink. Even we walked. We left our cars in the parking. We walked.
Don't be selling them out.
I
So,
know.
and before we went, hiyo nyumba ya wageni, Shakwira had used my money. I had paid her bills. I had done something else. And maybe there. She called somebody and told me, excuse me, you know, hawasemagi ati sina credo. I was like, oh my God, I'm short of unit. I'm short of unit, please. Can you? Unamwekea ngiri. Unataka hata wewe kujifanya you are somebody of a class. So my argument here and my stand is giving her money after whatever we have done
After service.
is making her a prostitute, even if she is not. And if she accepts the money, she has become what I think. I think she should also lift her class a bit so that I can give her the right respect. You know, hata anaweza fika home aniambie, hey, na unajua haki, the time we left one another, gari yangu ilionyesha taa. Mimi nikashindwa, gosh, nitafika home hata sijui vile nitaenda job kesho, walai. And then you rushaka something. When you are rushing something, you are not rushing because of what you have done. We change the mentality.
But okay, hold on.
I just want to jump in here.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's so many things that have been said that are just, you're crisscrossing the issues here. You're saying that giving her money before is her, acting like a lady of the night. But then, if later on she didn't ask for it, then, and she, and women were patient, and she says, okay, fine, I don't want to seem so eager. Let me find out another tactic. And you fell for that tactic. She said,
Ta
yangu kuna nini, and you sent the money. You're enabling, because whether you want to say it was before or after, there was a transaction that occurred. And that's what we're asking. Why do we have these transactions? And I know you're saying that it's the lady's fault and what. But if you look at the ratio, these are people's fathers. These are older men who have created this, because it was not guys in campus who are paying. And that's where this whole Sponyo story started from. For those of you who don't know what Sponyo is, a sponsor. You know, this is how it starts, where you think it's okay to, she wants to go to the salon. I'm going to send to me a message and come ata nini. If you're responsible, you should tell her, hey, mazena, kwani office yenu amlipwi? She's working. Let her live within her means. If you want to then marry her or whatever, then start doing all those things. But you're creating a situation, and then later mtakuja kusema madem tu anataka pesa. Nani alianza kuwapatia pesa?
It's a big question. It's a big question right there.
Yeah. Who started giving out the money?
Really?
Who knows who's going to say no to the money?
I think here somebody has understood life. You can do something which is very good, but it's not right. Yeah. Doing whatever you are doing is good. But can we do the right things? The right things are, I must not sponsor the lady because I'm spending the night with her. I'm sponsoring her because of the need that she is in, and I know she's my babe.
Yeah, no.
At the end of the day.
Pasi, do you think that there are ladies who are in college who want to be dating a 40-year-old man? No. Don't be sit there as a 40-year-old man thinking you're so handsome that the campus ladies just want you. No, that's not what they want. They want money. They want riches.
Now,
they
my question is, who are they? Are they not prostitutes?
No. They are not.
They are.
They're not.
They are.
I completely disagree.
If a lady comes to me, she's not coming to me because I'm handsome. She's coming to me because I'm meeting her basic needs.
And you're going to a lady who's
yeah?
21. What do you expect? What do you expect?
But if Raburu cannot meet her needs and I'm meeting them, why should we?
There becomes the problem.
That's what she's calling
that's what I'm
enabling.
saying. You're enabling.
You're now enabling.
So what's happening here is that there's a transaction going on. It starts with the subtle things. She'll be like, yo, babe, ebu tuma your airtime. You know, tente akika airtime. Dude, who bought the airtime that she called you with to tell you she doesn't have airtime? Yeah. She had airtime. She got to town to meet you. You mean she only had money to get to town? I'd rather, you know, if it was my situation, I'd say, ile siku yenye niko na pesa ya kuja kukumit. I mean, if it's genuine, if I really genuinely want to meet you, I'd save some money and meet you. And even, you know, sit there and be like, okay, what's up? But that would be the day ati uniambie tuende pahali aloseme, aki imagine bei sina pesa ya taxi, na unajua hapa South B manze hata hakuna transport. Ebu tume yo taxi, Uber. Alafu unatuma. That's
why you'll be misused until you die, you ladies.
Which ladies or
who's
men?
being misused here?
Okay, hold on.
Who's the one being misused?
If in me, I know I'm buying you, then when I buy you, you don't have freedom. Because you are my belongings now. I have bought you.
Aya, how many times do we hear of two guys who have gone? Munafikiriani, you're the one who's paid for that house. You're the one who's bought that car.
You're
the one who's paying the insurance. Unapata muko.
That one I'm with you.
You're in a circle.
That one I'm with you.
You're in a circle.
That one I'm with you.
That's so
we need. The question here becomes, what is that cash after service? Why do you feel the need to remove that money? Are there no girls out there who, or is, because this is a situation men created. You did create.
But you see something, my sister, you are forgetting here. When you are doing that, you are not yourself. So you can be, and she knows what she's doing. Hata utamwambia pesa ziko wapi ukiwa hapo. Aki ziko kwa koti, mfuko ya ndani, henda toa, ngapi, chukua zote. You know,
I feel like you're giving us real story.
I think so too. I think these are real life stories with Mankush,
but
live
also,
and direct. But
in that situation, yeah, in that situation, you're saying that the ladies need to be responsible, right?
Yeah.
But the ratio.
Men also should think twice.
Yeah.
Before producing whatever they are producing, that lady, you have to know what are you making out of her? Who is she to you? I don't one time think that when I'm with a lady, I don't want to think about other people who pays the house, who pays the school fees, who pays that. No. Even when I am there, I'm asking her, do you have anybody else? They always say, no.
But even guys say the same thing. Even men say the same thing. That you will be there with the guy and like, babe, like if for real I'm the only one. He'll be like,
but
yeah.
You ladies, you must know they are lying. They're lying.
You don't know that they are lying?
We know they are lying. That's why we pima whatever we are giving them.
There is.
We pima so much.
Kuna mtu hapa anasema love, this is Prince_Apprentice KE or Gilbert anasema kwamba love is a combination of two beautiful and humble hearts. Money should be a surplus. But my question is, at that point, we're also going to the basic point. Let's not forget what the basic point is, and Sheila keeps taking us back there, which is good. That your first encounter tu, si tu mlikuwa mnajuana, now you're in a relationship, asubuhi, ukiamka, useme basi chukua hii pesa upande taxi.
If I'm doing that,
Sheila asked me a very important question before we went on air. Normally, kama as friends, ukikuja kuniona, kwambia, pasa kule umekuja mbali, shika pesa ya taxi. Sintokwambia tu, we, ragweri.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
let me ask you something.
Na upande jalopi.
Let me ask you something, Willie. Is it wrong for a lady to give me something after whatever we have done?
Yeah.
Why is there something we'll give?
Something is like food.
Is it
Why is there something we'll give?
Not food. After I do everything, she appreciates and tells me, oh my God, you are the best. So let's go there, have some drinks, have some meat. I'm the one to pay. And I'm also going to fuel your car. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, Pasi. I feel like you're really trying to work within the fringes of this conversation. But the juiciest part of it is the fact that guys are removing money after sale.
But the juice of it, you are putting pili-pili in it. So
that's what the question is, yeah?
It's not as sweet as the juice.
Where is their transaction after? It's not even after. Nowadays, sometimes it's even before.
Yes, sir.
Before even you've met someone, you're already sending money, you're already sending airtime. These tokens, I know that people who are watching who are like, yeah, what's the big deal of sending up my babe airtime?
I'm digging a foundation.
Yeah, I have the cash. And then you're forgetting that you've created something. So even if that relationship doesn't go anywhere,
right,
she has a way of thinking. The next girl she goes to, the bro is not sending airtime. Maybe I imagine him say atakuwa to my airtime. Okay, the next guy buys a car. The next guy she expects is buying an aeroplane
or a chopper.
Do you understand what I mean? So then you start saying, wasichana wa siku hizi wanapenda tu pesa. Ni nani aliwafanya wapende pesa?
There is a few comments here on our SMS line 22422. That is 22422. Kuna mtu anasema hivi, there is nothing like kwenda bila cash. You like me because I look great, so after the service pay me, otherwise nitadai mi hela cause mimi sio bibi yako. Ulitaka change of diet, so pay, period. So she says, ngoja. Then somebody says, I agree with Pastor, 90% of ladies will follow men basically for financial benefits, not love. That's Francis. Somebody else says, Power Breakfast, hey, I'm Paris. This story of a guy giving cash should be out of the man wanting to take care of her because of the attachment. You want her to have the best regardless if she's working or not.
But my question is, why is the taking care or making someone, show your affection revolve around money? That's my question. And that's why today people are complaining that there are no relationships that are genuine. Most of the tweets we get or most of the text messages we get, people say that, look, there's nothing real out here. There's really nothing. Women are not real. Men are not real. And then we've created all this. And these are some of the structures that have been created. And people are wondering, so the only people who actually benefit from such a system is people with money. Then if you don't have money, unasema nini? Hakuna dema na kuangalia, si ndio? Now you end up having to pay for the service. There's a lady who's actually texted there. She said, by the way, you have to pay for it. Which brings us back to our question. What's the difference between the lady who's standing on the street, who's put herself out there and she said, by the way, if you're picking me up, bro,
Let's do
you
this.
gotta pay, and this is the amount. She's even told you for extra services add 500 bucks. Like she's put her catalog out there. And this other one who said, I'm not. It's like the terms and conditions apply have been written there in small. You don't know when you bought the drinks, and it starts with the simple things. For you to sit on her table, you have to buy Siju a bottle of 25-year-old something, you know. You have to take her home, you have to drive a certain kind of car. How do we differentiate these things to this one who's actually come out and say, I'm a lady of the night?
I think let me give an illustration here. I'm a dog farmer. And whenever you come to buy a dog to me, you always ask me, is it trained? And I always tell you, I cannot train a dog for you because I don't know how you would like your dog to be trained. So take the puppy, go and train it for yourself. So the way you have trained your dog is not the way I have trained my dog. It's not the way she have trained her dog. You get what I mean? So I think here, now it goes now to individual way of thinking. Let's not try to stereotype that all men are like that and all ladies are like that. But there are ladies who demand, there are men who give after, there are men who give genuinely, there are ladies who ask genuinely. So it's up to you as a man to know your dog. Otherwise, I cannot train my dog the way you have trained yours.
Abigail Songok says material things must be involved. It never works otherwise. Armstrong David on Twitter says love that moves the mountain of humanity. Love is what moves the mountain of humanity, not dollars. Then kunasema madema hawafai kupewa pesa juu anafanya job, wajilipie ma bills. Gilbert anasema hivyo. Katoa Mila amesema tu true. Ghetto youth anasema ni kweli mzito. Tumechoka kutoa material things bila ginene. And then Gilbert also says that a woman who has decided to do it consensually should not be given money. Let her sort her bills.
And there's a key word that has been mentioned there. Consensual.
Right.
Consensual. Consensual. If you consent to be with someone for whatever reason, I think now we need to start defining what kind of interactions people are having, especially with that word consensual. Because of course, if it's not consensual, it's not even in this conversation. It's not even a discussion.
Yeah.
But there's two types of consensual. There's one who's consented and put the price tag very clear. And then there's one who price tag is from everything that she has put. So all the investment that she has made on herself. If you want to partake in this investment, you must give money, or you must give some level of compensation. There's compensation involved. So me, I'm asking, why are we compensating for these things? What's the difference between the one you compensated and it was like chop, chop, chop and paid, and this one who you took out for drinks, dinner, blah, 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 and then took home and then gave 5,000 bob taxi money? What's the difference?
I personally agree in whatever you're saying, and I don't have any conflict with it. But here comes a lady who is demanding, and here comes a man who is giving frontiery. I know, even John 3:16 says, for God so loved the world, he gave. So there is no love without giving, but motive matters a lot. What is the motive behind the giving?
Yes, somebody says here the sponsors feel obligated to pay because they know the relationship isn't going on where they wouldn't marry the lady anyway. I think they give out of guilt.
It's not guilt.
It's not guilt?
It's not guilt. Look, in any other situation, remove the money out of it. You know the way they say, okay, I shouldn't say that. I forgot about morning breakfast.
Self-censorship.
Yeah, censorship. But the fact that if you, and I'm going to say it again, if the age gap between the two of you is a bit, you've chomokad, she's your side piece, she's in college, she's pretty, she's thriving, please don't disillusion yourself for 1 second. This is love, okay? Remove all the money aspect of it. Just put it aside, even for 5 seconds, okay? Even not physically, in your mind. What is there? What is there? Remember every single time you've had to call her over. How does that conversation go? Was it just, babe, niko hapa Kenyatta Market tukule nini? Babe, did you say Kenyatta Market or did you say Kempinski? I didn't hear that correct, because I think, you understand? So, you're already finding yourself, as in there's a price tag for it. So there's no, that sponsor young girl relationship is not based on love. There's no love. Maybe there's one-off situations, but there's no genuine thing. For me, my concern with such systems where there's remittance of money and consent and price tags after it, it's not sustainable. It really isn't. Because as much as, you know, Pasi will sit here and say the young girls are the ones with the problem, you're not thinking about the young boy. You're not thinking about the 18-year-old who's so upset with his life right now because he cannot be able to
do that,
connect with his 18-year-old counterpart, some 50-year-old guy
52
is trying to connect. And think about it, as an 18-year-old girl, you have there's things you want, there's financial things that you want. You're looking at your friends and there's this guy who's telling you can do all these things for you, can get for you the latest phone, you know, he already knows all your soft spots because he has a daughter your age, so he knows the things that she wants.
I think
and then you're creating such a vicious system. By the time that guy is 18, who is he supposed to be dating? Who is he? And that is not that in the future. That's the situation we're in right now. So what has it resulted in? The guy is now looking for a sponyo as well. Yeah.
Old as well.
Yes. Now,
Cougar
even
time.
him, he's not dating in his age. So when do these two people meet? When do real relationships start? This is such a vicious cycle that people are refusing to address. And we just sit in society and say, yeah, we are a Christian nation. And your neighbor, and your neighbor, and your neighbor, and your neighbor are all hooking up with your daughters. Nah, it's wrong.
And it also, so you're saying it all begins with that act of
initial
act,
giving, yes.
The
because if you
cash.
remove that out of it, then you start having genuine conversations. If everybody is not giving, then you know what's there. You just have to date for real, ama just stay single.
I think there is something we are missing in the society, which is called patience. Because the young lady is not patient enough, she wants to harakisha things. That's why he is learning for that sponyo. You are calling sponyo.
Sponyo.
Yeah, sponyo. And the young man here want to become like Pasi when he is 18. And I am over 50. There is no patience in him. So in whatever we are doing in life, and I want to tell everybody who is watching us, please, young girls, young men, if you don't want to get in the trap that we are discussing here, in you, there must be patience. You wait for the right time. Na wakati utakuwa na matunda, hautaikura, mti haukuragi matunda yake, inaliwa na wengine. Ndio waseme who you are. And by the way, do you know something? How many evangelists now can we get in this country? How many? If Jesus wants to be born again now, and he is looking for a vajo in college, in university, maybe it's 1 out of 300. Yes, they are there. Usijipiga kifua useme ati, oh, mimi ni, I'm not fighting, you are. God bless you. But how many are you? The reason mebrekiwa is because of lack of patience. And that's why you are learning for money. And we have money, yes. I'm working here, I'm paid. I'm doing my business, I'm paid. Let me not say I don't have money. But also, it will depend with the character I have. Because character, you are not born with character. You make character. And that's why when we starting the program, I said, you form a habit, but the habit decides your future.
But Pasi,
how many grown-up men do we have now who are ready to tell a young girl, excuse me, I'm going to give you 2,000 that you need, but I'm not in need of your body. How many men?
They're like 0.
They are there.
They are there. I am one of them.
But I feel like in this
Now, why are you laughing?
No, it's
Firstly, let me ask. In this whole story that you've addressed, you've addressed people and you've addressed young people and told them, guys, you need to stop doing this. You know, these young people have not, some of them probably haven't even gotten into the cycle, but they're going to be indoctrinated. By who? The old guy, yeah? And the old people. So instead of us having this conversation and asking men to be more responsible, and I really don't get it. Yani, I'm baffled by the whole scenario because you find a 45, 50-year-old, he's indoctrinating a 21-year-old into this vicious cycle, forgetting that he has a daughter who someone
is going to do the same thing.
Maybe his friend is going to do the same thing to her. You understand? So I feel like, especially in such a scenario and in talking about it here, I feel like it's like men don't care what happens to the women folk, whether they're your daughter, or because you're like, kama si mimi nitafanyia huyu msichana mwingine, sina mwingine tu atafanyia wangu, so sasa nitafanya. Instead of cutting it, nipping it in the bud, if you really truly care. And if you, like for me, if I found out my father was doing something like that, for me it would hurt me because I'd feel like he doesn't care about me. Because then, if you're doing that to someone else's daughter, then someone will do that to me. Then and it's like you've given a go-ahead, So for me, I'd feel like Pasi, you'd also need to address the men, because the men are the ones shopping in campuses. Go to clubs where there's campus students. Unapata baba wenyewe, kitambi imefika paka, na si mwenye club. Amekuja Friday, a Thursday, anajua hapa ndio students wana hang out. So amekuja na mabeshte wake wote. Campus student amekaa hapo anatekatia demo wenyewe, amemnunulia cider, baba wenyewe atatumana seme, "Urauga tereu, weka hapo Hennessy 5." My guy, the girl is confused. The boy is over there telling yours, "What's up? Nini toka hapa? Hi." What are we creating?
So what I'm saying here, is, Shira, is
even as you do your final comments,
let everybody have power of making decision. Have power of making decision. Don't let your life be changed by 5 Highnesses. Don't let your life be changed by Black Rebel. Don't let your life be changed by Jameson. Don't let your life be changed by Jack Daniel.
Roger. Our Jalipa.
Okay. Don't let your life be changed by the drinks. Don't let your life be changed by material things. Yeah. Otherwise, the material things have an end.
Yeah.
But you have a future. You must care so much about your future. What you are today, you are not born to be that. What you are today is a stepping stone towards your destiny. Should you destroy your destiny because of a cheap thing? I think the time that we are growing up as, it is us who are approaching women. But today, it is women approaching us. Even when you want it, when I'm driving my car alone with Kenyasa and my t-shirt and I can drink kidogo hivi, I mean maji. Yeah? Sio keroro, maji. Yeah, you see girls, you see all of them, and you just fall in the trap. You are giving 3 of them rift. Nawambia mimi siendi town, naenda Kiabu Road. Anakwambia it's okay after ukini drop Kiabu Road. Namwambia mimi naenda pale whatever view. I'm not going to taja the hotel. Anakwambia please, I'm meeting somebody there. You know? Huyu msichana andajidungia kwako kama kupe. Until you don't have otherwise. If you don't have power to make decision, you are going to fall in the trap. So let everybody have power to make decision in life, and you are going to make it to your destiny.
All right.
What would you tell young guys who are watching right now who are in that situation where their sponios have taken all the babes and they're feeling very disillusioned about relationships and dating, so they've decided to go for, what would you tell them? I
will tell them that the babes are not 12 like Jesus Christ's disciples. There are many. The problem is only that where you are staying, they are all taken. Can you hammer the estate? But go to another estate. At a church. Ukiona church hata ukirukaruka hakuna mtu anakufaa. Wewe badilisha kanisa bwana. You know, badilisha, go. Yeah, because they are there. God has kept them for you there. Hata wote kutoka zamani, hata tuko na akina Hosea walikuwa wameambiwa nenda oa prostitute. Alikuwa anaambiwa awe prostitute kwa sababu hakuwa na wasichana. Kulikuwa na wasichana, but God told him go and marry that prostitute. Na huyu msichana akazaa mtoto wa kwanza, akarudi katika prostitution. Mpaka ni jamaa anaenda na mpembeleza, tafadhali si rudi nyumbani tu tulee mtoto. Na mke anamwambia, okay babe, I'm coming, but let me finish with my 2 clients who are on the ride. So you have to wait. Sio sababu hakukuwa na walikuweko, they were there. They were there. Is only people to make decision and make the right decision, which will not shame you at the end of the day.
All right. For me, I think just the final comments. I know that this is a conversation that we don't influence your views in any way. At the end of the day, you make your own decisions. But this whole situation of compensation after consensual relationship, for whatever reason, is not sustainable. I'm just calling it that if we look maybe another 20 years, because just the rates of divorce, the rates of people getting married and quickly getting out of it, the rates of breakups, of people just not being able to sustain relationships, that is all due to just how it's become such an unfair system. It's become like only the rich can date, and if you don't have money, then you can't be able to be in a serious relationship. So I feel like for me, it's just a call to everyone, whether you're a young guy or a young girl, especially if you're an older guy and an older woman. Respect yourself. I know you're doing it because you've got the money, you worked hard, and you deserve everything, but you're forgetting that for future generations, you're really messing it up because you're leaving them disillusioned. They can't be able to, compete with you. And why should they be competing, man? Soon, sasa wao wanafaa kwenda kindergarten. Unanicheki. So let's respect ourselves. Let's follow their age, and young ladies, let's stop falling in the trap of money. Kwa sababu pia hiyo pesa unajua urembo uisha. Urembo uisha. Alafu pia mko wengi. So leo ukimpatia atapata mwingine yanga, before you know it ataanza kudate sister yako 1 year old.
Yeah, man. Right, of course, this is my final comment. My take is it all begins somewhere. You have to look at where, what the root cause is. And if the root cause of it is hiyo kupeana, you, like Sheila said, you need to nip it at the bud. But the other day we keep saying here that, like Sheila said, you're going to make these decisions yourself. Our advice to you, my advice to you is always think of yourself as the priority and not an option. And if you're the man who is doing that, 40, 50-year-olds, think about your daughter. The one Barack Obama said, the thing that used to keep him up at night is what will happen? What will my son or my daughter ask me 20 years from now? Like, Dad, you are alive and you let this happen? Same thing to you. What's going to happen to you when it's not somebody comes scavenging for your daughter? So be responsible, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and come on, we will say what successful people look like you, and of course the great Manchester United. All right, what we're going to do is coming up next, Citizen Extra. Wahiga Mwaura is going to be coming up next. He's going to be hosting Francis Kimemia, so you have to keep tuned for that. The hashtag is Citizen Extra. His handle is at Wahiga Mwaura, and the station handle, of course, remains at Citizen TV Kenya, and also at okay, on behalf of Joey _Muthengi and Fred Indimuli, asanteni sana. We'll see you again next week. Tuonane. Big Shack.
Man's not hot.
Man's that hot. Uta asni. Rukno. Rakno. Skid bam bam bam. Tuonane.